All right, what's up, baddies? So I got the headlights here. This is just gonna be, I think, the right or left side. I'm not too sure. But like I said, they're not really gonna be anything special because they're not custom like his are. Okay. So, wow. They look, I don't know how to act like I'm surprised anymore. They look really, really sick. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but basically it's two tones of black. On the outer rim is a metallic black, and on the inside, that really, really glossy one there, that's gloss black. That's a projector, that's a fog light. What I really, really dig about these headlights though is that they have the amber delete, so all this is clear. But we'll slap them on and then see what we do from there. We got to slap on the depots, and then we got to wait a couple days for the 1157 socket to come in and the pigtail. So while we wait on that, I'm just gonna clean all this up, make sure everything's looking tidy over here, and then do a light install of the headlights, and then snap the bumper on to just see how it looks like from the front after. So I'm about to start assembling. It's the next day, and a car flipped over in front of my house. Of course, it's a Kia Soul. I'm not exactly sure how it happened. I do have a Ring doorbell, but I doubt it captured anything because it only detects motion like 10 feet away. Oof. Jeez. You got white walls just like me. Alright, so I was definitely going to do this one-handed, but you know what? The last time I used a tripod, it fell on its face. So I was kind of nervous to get one for this new camera, but I think I'm gonna have to. I need to make sure this is stable while I'm explaining everything to you guys, so let's just go to Best Buy. Let's do it. So I think this is the one. It's called Manfrotto. Manfrotto Compact Action Smart. And basically you just loosen this and you could do whatever angle, and if I like this angle, tighten it up. There we go, and it has a quick release to take the camera off and a quick release to put it back on. Okay, let's go home. Alright, so now that we have the light out here, what we're going to be doing is installing the HID ballast. This is the ballast, this is the igniter, this is the cover that's going to go over the top of this so you don't electrocute and explode. And then this is what's going to be holding the ballast to the frame. And this is just a regular screwdriver. This is all you're going to be needing to install this. Alright, so what we're going to do first is get the igniter, and we're going to snake it through the top part right here and out the bottom. Now that we got that on, we get the igniter, line it up with the D2S bulb, the HID, and turn it until it locks. There we go. And now there's going to be a little separate cable that you have to connect on top of it, right there. You get that until it clicks. There we go. And now that we got that through, now we get the HID ballast, plug it up, make sure it clicks, get the cover here, and make sure it's nice and snug over it, and then you just line it up, put it on like that, get the bracket, slide it in from the front, and we're ready to screw on. Now that that's on, we put the cover over here. There's going to be a little symbol that says off, and then you slide it so that you're able to put that screw through. Nice and snug. Alright, so now it's time to wire in the pigtail connectors. As you guys can see, the colors are identical. Same on the other side. All you guys want to do is match up the colors and get to work. Alright, so now that we have it all looking OEM here, all the colors are matched up, both passenger side and driver side. I just reused the tubing that was here, wrapped some electrical tape around it, and then wrapped this extra stickier electrical tape on both ends just so it doesn't unwind. Alright, so basically this thing's ready to go, except the only thing is this is the 9005 bulb that I just ordered from XK Glow, and basically it's going to be illuminating this daytime running light right here. It's going to be a white LED, and then it's going to also illuminate the housing whatever color I want basically through an app. So that is going to go here, D2S bulb, aka HID, is going to go here, the low and high beam. And then the 1157 socket is going to go in here, and this is just going to be my turn signal. So this is ready to go on the car. Let's start installing. So because the headlight has this bracket already attached to it, it's kind of tough to get it right up against here, the frame. So basically what you do is you take off the 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3, that hold on the windshield wiper fluid reservoir. And then you're able to actually put the bracket behind here now. So let's go ahead and start plugging everything up. So just so we see everything is right, this is the 1157 socket. This is the pigtail that we just put on yesterday. So we just plug it up. There we go. Once we heard it clip, we're all good to go. And we're gonna screw this onto the light now. There we go, 1, 2, clicked. And now what we do is we go in order. Here is gonna be the clip that goes next to the HID. Here's the one that goes into the HID. And then, like I said, we're still waiting for the 9005 bulb from XK Glow, so we're just gonna leave this one hanging. And we have really, really easy access from the engine bay in order to change the bulb. You guys can see my hand there. Very easy. Same on the other side, we're just gonna remove the battery to do that. So I actually went to O'Reilly and I purchased these Sylvania Zevo 6000K super bright LEDs. Obviously the color's white. I don't really like the orange or amber in there. It's an 1157 bulb. Supposedly these should work on most bulb outage detection circuits, but if not, we'll have to get a load equalizer to make sure this doesn't hyperflash. So we'll see. All right, so I was able to snake out that socket from in here because it's halfway installed now. So basically you just plug this in, turn it, and it's good to go. All right, so what I did is I just connected the battery, the negative side of the battery, and now we're gonna see if it works. And I'm also checking the turn signal to see if it actually works because we did do the pigtail yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work, but we'll see. There we go. So we're gonna put the key in the ignition and do 1 click. Let's do 2 clicks right there. Fuel pump is priming. I'm gonna wait for it to stop beeping. And then hit this 1 time. Ready, 1, 2. Oh. Okay, so that works. All right, so that's 1 click and our pigtails worked. Very, very bright. Oh my God. That's sick. I love the way it looks. Super, super bright. I kind of like how the chrome line kind of divides the two, so it looks like 2 rectangles there. Very sick. Okay, so we did it right, baddies. What's up? Super, super easy to do this, but I'm just happy when stuff turns out right. So now let's do the HIDs. 1 more click. Ready, 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh, they're loud. Oh, they quieted down. Very bright. Wow. All right, so as we know, I just put the 1157 bulb in here and I just plugged in the D2S HID bulb. Now for this one right here, for an 04 to 06, it is the fog light. For an 07, 08 type S, it's a daytime running light. So now what we're gonna do is wire this so that it turns on independently from the rest, because in order to turn on this one on an 04 to 06, you have to have these 2 on. But now I'm just gonna be running this alone so it looks like a daytime running light. So in order to do this, we have to do a little bit of wiring. And I hope I can make it easy for you guys. Basically, this little box goes attached to here. What I did was snake it under here. I unbolted the fuse box. Snaked it under here and around so I had more access to these wires. Okay, so you are going to want to take it out, remove the plastic shielding, and look for the thinnest wire, and the wire color is blue with a black line running through it and white stripes across it. Once you locate it, you want to cut it, give it about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to be making my cut around here and tying a black wire to it, a 16 gauge wire to this. But towards the relay side. So I'm gonna cut it right about there. I've never cut it into the wiring harness on this car, so please forgive me. And now we're just gonna get this plastic tubing, put all the wires back in, put some electrical tape around it, and have this black cable coming out. All right, so this part of the install is ready to go. I just have to route this back underneath from where I got it from and clip it in its place. All right, so now that I have the box all relocated there and clipped in, you guys can see the wire right there coming out of it. You wire it, zip tie it to the main harness. So if you guys can see that little white hole right down there, there was this little cover over it. So what I did in order to pass the cable, I obviously passed it. You have to poke a hole in that foam, and that's going to be right behind the center console inside of the vehicle. So what I did with this cap is I modified it. I cut a slit in it and I made a hole in it so that I could just slide it into the wire and slide it all the way in and clip it into place. A little tough, but you guys can see it down there with the hole right through the center, looking very, very OEM. We're going to zip tie it to the main harness and follow it inside. All right, so since now we're in the vehicle, we're gonna look for the cable on the left-hand side right here. This is where you control your fog lights, your headlights, all that stuff, your turn signal. This box has a little cable that runs out, goes over the steering wheel column, and plugs in somewhere back here. Right back here. You're gonna wanna unplug it, pass it through underneath all these wires, because it's kind of tucked underneath it, pass it out, and then it should come out looking something like that. Okay, so I made the little incision, and basically there is a light blue wire with a white stripe, but really for an 05 we're going to be using the dark blue with a white stripe through it. All right, so I just plugged in the battery. Moment of truth to see, I actually lost one of the 9006 bulbs. So I'm only using one, and it's right there. So let me just hit that switch. The car's completely off. The only thing that's on is the battery. So let's see if it turns on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, sir. It works totally independently. Mission accomplished. So the XK Glow just came in the mail. Basically, this consists of 2 bulbs and a Bluetooth module that is going to be controlling the RGB lights. So without further ado, let's slap it on. So the instructions say to just basically loosely wire everything and make sure that the Bluetooth kit is working as it should, as well as the fog light switch. So everything is just mounted here. This is a Bluetooth module. And from here, it goes to the passenger side and to the driver's side. It has these connections if you want to wire each light to the turn signal, which I'm not going to do for now. I'll leave these exposed. I'm actually just going to heat shrink them together. Let's test it out. So all we have to do is hit this switch right there. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. All right, so now I have to grab the box, open the front flap, and now you see that there is the App Store and the Google Play Store. I have an iPhone, so I'm just gonna scan this code and download the app. Once you have the app ready, you're gonna come up on this screen, and basically now you choose the color. So let's see what colors look cool on this thing and how it looks. I'm not sure how bright it's gonna be. So that's obviously the white light. There we go. Hold up, let me get you guys a better angle. So that is obviously red right there. Let's go to yellow. Now we have orange, that's red. That's like pinkish, purple, blue, light blue, green, and back to yellow. This thing is so sick. As you move it around, the Bluetooth module is responding very, very quickly. So now let's see what kind of cool stuff they have. So basically I can go to a theme and I could hit Christmas Joy. Let's start off with Christmas Joy. That's pretty cool. This one's called Passion Heat. There's Valentine. Wow, romantic. Ocean Breeze. Cool, cool. Emergency, okay, no. Halloween. This is a really, really cool mod. I'm gonna show you guys how to install it on an Acura TL now. The clean way though. Hold on, give me a sec. So I made a really little faint line right here, and basically I put 2 rows of 3M tape on here, and I'm gonna stick it upside down right there. And that's what it looks like on the top. We have our Bluetooth module here, and then we also have the switch right here to turn it on and off. So you guys can see there, this is where each headlight goes, left and right. And then it's got some 3M tape under that so the vibration doesn't loosen this over time. And that's basically ready to go on. Everything's secure back here, so when you see the battery, it's just gonna look a little something like that in here. And then this is gonna be nice looking right here. Very, very neutral, black on black. Perfect, so let's throw this in the car. So now that the bracket is in, I went ahead and rolled up the excess wire right here. As you guys can see right there. Everything is nicely done. You guys see that red going into the accessory port here on the battery terminal. Now we just have to grab this negative side and run it up to the negative side of the battery, and then we should have functioning lights. All right, so now that everything is nicely wired up, you guys see the install? Very, very clean. Very, very nice. Red cable right there, black cable right here. Sheesh, this install took me about 2.5 hours, just because I was trying to figure out where to route everything. Now that you guys know, you guys will probably knock it out like in an hour, hour and a half. But yeah, let's see how this all works. So now, click them on. There we go. Let's go. Super, super clean. And then check it out. Very nice. Wow, this thing looks aggressive. What is up, Baddies? We have the car going to its first car show. I literally just wrapped this up. The 04 to 06 headlights converted to 07, 08. The RGBs came in, they're installed. They're not on right now, but the car's looking really, really clean. Hand washed it this morning. Very, very nice. This side of the car isn't polished, but this side is. Anyways, I'm meeting up with UA Squad. This is an Audi. That's his. Ignore it. These are all the Acura TLs, and low-key, these are all Type S's, so I don't know what's going on. 05 auto base, but it got into the show though. So now we're gonna be rolling to the actual show. I load in at 11, so let's hit the road.